I really love receiving comments like this. So let me show you another fun haircut that you can do completely by yourself. It's my absolute favorite one to do, and it's the only one that I ever do. Two-way mirror, basically. Very important. My favorite scissors from Amazon. How did you not break? Oh my god. Great success. I did drop mine on the floor a few weeks ago. So now it's got the tiniest little chip in the blade of the scissors. They still kind of work, but they're a tiny bit annoying. A comb, both tight and wide tooth, and some section clips. I did just color my hair right now and it is absolutely drenched wet. I would highly recommend that you do this on wet hair because it's going to make the cutting so much smoother, so much easier for you. Today I literally just want to go a tiny bit shorter. This to me is a lob and I'm not really vibing with a lob, so I really want to go for kind of a mid-neck bob, roughly around the length of my shortest layer. The color that I applied also has a bit of variation right here at the bottom, so I just kind of want to get rid of it. I also know that I want to bleach my hair in the coming days, so I want to kind of get rid of any of the dead ends that I have. The easiest way to cut your own hair first, start with the front pieces. Middle part. Another reason why I absolutely love the bob, especially this length, is that when it's summertime and you want to go swim every single day, washing your hair every single day is tedious as heck, unless you have short hair. The last time I did this haircut, I also went super A-line, which means I kept the back quite a bit shorter than the front. This time around, I do just want to give it like a nice straight cut all the way. Yeah, that looks about right. I also don't want my bob to be really blunt, so I am going to finish every single cut that I make with point cutting. This is just going to help soften that very, very blunt effect that bobs can have. Since it doesn't have any layers, the ends can feel a tiny bit too blunt and force them to pop outwards, and this is just going to help soften that just the tiniest bit. I'm still gonna do the back just a bit shorter. First section done, now we match this to the other side. Put everything behind. And then this part I like to do visually. Line up the scissors, make the first cut. Tiny bit too short, so actually. And now I'm once again just going to be correcting all of the cuts and then point cutting. I'm definitely seeing way too much green in the ends of my hair, so I definitely need to like style that and give it a color correction. But when it comes to the haircut, I love this. I am seeing that this side, you can see the back is already starting to list, which means that it is going to be doing a reverse A-line where the back is going to be longer. And that is probably the most unflattering thing on short hair. So I'm going to start to correct it. Yeah, this side's definitely longer. My recommendation for this haircut, especially when we're setting these initial guidelines, is that you can always cut more if it's too long. But I've seen so many horror stories of people cutting their bob way too short where they're not comfortable styling it and them absolutely hating it. Leave your hair a bit longer, it's fine. Next section, I'm going to be adding 2 more sections to the front pieces before moving on and cutting from the back. This time I'm taking the section behind the ear and repeating the same exact process. That looks mid-neck, that looks very slightly A-line, and that looks like there aren't too many jagged edges. To me, that's a success. Point cutting. Again, you can absolutely take these sections much finer and do this with a much more precise cut. But we're also doing this entirely on ourselves. We're looking for an effective and easy and quick cutting solution rather than straight perfection. I'm also not someone to wear my hair straight pretty much ever, so I know that the likelihood of any uneven cuts being on display is very low. If I come to then straightening my hair, I'm just going to trim it on the day. Seeing my natural hair color after probably 10 to 15 years on my ends is the wildest thing ever. I have not seen my natural blonde hair color in a very long time. I don't know if this channel has ever seen me with my natural hair color from root to tip. Maybe at the very beginning, we've grown. Oh my. Repeating the same exact thing from this side to the other side. Taking all of this pretty much in one singular section, it is very normal that as you press and squeeze the hair together, it obviously gets deformed, which means that as you cut it and then comb it out, it is normal to then come across areas where the cut is not straight. You can kind of see it there jut out. Otherwise, it's looking a tiny bit boring, so I think I'm going to add to it some facey, framey something or other, just because otherwise it's giving helmet. But we'll get to that later. So that is the entire front half of the hair entirely cut, and this is giving us already a very, very, very good idea of how the hair is going to look. I kind of want to take my scissors and just cut like one. Look at my little mullet. Oh my god. It looks like all I really need to cut is this cut. This already feels amazing. Oh my god. I'm going to section out the front. We're gonna put it into a little this. Section out the other side, and now I can work on the back freely without stress and continue cutting to perfection or near perfection. One very annoying thing about bobs is that they become so small, so short, that they will slip out of any clip that you use, so I just find scrunchies to be the best when holding the hair together. Now I'm gonna style it very, very quickly, and then I'm gonna be back to show you just what it can look like to cut your hair at home and style it to look gorgeous. And that is an entire micro bob cut on yourself, entirely DIY. I did this entire haircut with nothing but a two-way mirror setup, one in front of me, one behind me, that I was able to leverage and use to cut this entire haircut from scratch entirely myself. The best tip that I can share to get a uniform, clean cut is to understand the movement of how to hold your scissors. Cutting it in front of your neck is one thing, cutting it behind is a completely different movement, and your brain is automatically going to want to do it the way that it thinks it needs to go. This is my hair. I'm so incredibly happy with it. I did style it in a beach waver system because I wanted to see what it would look like, but you could just see how absolutely dense, gorgeous and bobby this haircut actually is. And this is how the haircut looks if it were styled in my favorite blowout style. This time around a lot more elegant, chic, but still extremely gorgeous and so incredibly flattering to the jawline. It also adds so much depth and thickness to the portion of the hair at the back of the head. Very curious which of the two styles you prefer. I did just color my hair, so if you want to see how I did that, you can also watch that in any of my playlists. The only thing I would recommend you buy is these exact scissors. They're from Amazon. These I've had for 4 years now, and they're amazing. They're affordable and they're effective. Absolutely love how my hand fits into these. Comment down below if this is a haircut that you're going to be trying or if you're leaving it to the professionals. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the Stellar fam. Let's learn a thing or two together, and let me know what other haircuts you want to see before I grow my hair out once again. I'm low-key in love, but also high. This is my cut. This is my favorite. I absolutely love a bob, and especially for summer, it is such a classic. It is so easy. It is so easy. Check out my other hair cutting tutorials if you want to see even more ways to cut your own hair yourself at home, and head over to STELLARIhair.com if you want to get your hands on some beautiful human hair wigs and all of their tools and all of their accessories.